Why should a physician join this network? Well, first and foremost, we're focused on the patient experience and patient outcomes, but we're doing so in a way in which the physicians actually can have a quality of life and work-life balance. We are adapting proactively to the way fertility medicine and fertility patient needs are evolving in today's world.
When we work with a clinic, it's about making sure that they're staffed appropriately, that they have the most efficient tools, that they have the most efficient processing, and that all the back office, a very large team of people, can do all these other functions so that they can focus on what they need to focus on.
At Pinnacle, we are passionate, and we have done this now and rolled it out to all types of clinics. With a focus on work-life balance and operational efficiencies, doctors can have both a family or outside interests and hobbies and be excellent physicians on the top of their game with top outcomes for patients.
One of the things that I think the clinics really enjoy about being the part of the network with RCM is that we're able to take the tedious aspects of things like billing and collection and financial counseling and really help them so that they can spend their time dealing with patients and doing what they do best.
One of the positives about being with Pinnacle is you have access to professionals who can help you with the questions that don't come up every day. Here, we have access to attorneys, really good attorneys who specialize in what we're doing. We can ask questions of those people and those professionals without having to hire someone at the clinic level.
More often than not, when you outsource your legal needs to a law firm, they're not familiar with your operational model. They're not familiar with what your needs really are. They get an isolated question and they resolve it in a quick fashion. When you have an in-house legal team, they look broad scope and see what are the operational needs overall. How can we make sure that these problems don't arise again and make sure that the entire clinic and of course corporate level is satisfied with the outcome.
We really want to understand what the current clinic is going through, what are their obstacles, what are their opportunities, what's working well. Because a lot of times they bring high value to our network. So what can we learn from them and take best practices from them and then take best practices from other clinics as well. Change is not easy and we understand that. So there's a lot of emotion involved with that as well. So sometimes it feels like we're doing psychology support as well as operation support, as well as frequent touch points to see where they're at on this journey, because we understand this is not easy, but we also know the positive outcome this is going to be, not only for their patients, but their staff as well.
I think the power that the Pinnacle network has is when we have a clinic as part of the network, we do everything we need to do to make sure the providers and the doctors and the lab technicians, that they do what they do best. And that is servicing the patient and making sure the patient has the absolute best care that they need.
So what Pinnacle Corporate brings to the executive director role is the ability to have collaboration with people who are in the same roles. One of the issues with the fertility industry is there's not a lot of sharing or benchmarking of information. As an executive director locally, Pinnacle brings kind of a national resource.
We're a change agent and leading the pack because we're not just acquiring practices and trying to do the same thing they've been doing before. We are evolving to how the practice of medicine and patient needs are changing. We're innovative, we're technology driven, all while focusing on patient care, quality of medicine, and creating work-life balance for the physicians.
I hope you give serious thought to joining our Pinnacle family, knowing that you will be at one of the top clinics in the country with a focus on your work-life balance and a focus on top patient outcomes and the patient journey. We are leading the way in technology and operations, which makes your day-to-day life full of more doctoring visits and a lot less of paperwork and bureaucracy, and gets you home to see your family sooner.